Hello, my name is Marcus, and I'm learning Rust by going through the Project Euler problems. Today we're working on problem number 8. So the problem is, given a 1,000-digit number, find the 4 adjacent digits that give the largest product. Where the problem is actually find the 13 adjacent digits. The example gives us 4. So in this, there's 9 times 9 times 8 times 9, which will give 58, 832. And you can see that sequence right there. So now we need to find a 13 digit with the largest product. All right, let's dive in. I already did a cargo init and I've copied my start here. What I want to do is I'm going to read this in from a file. More or less because it'll make it a little bit easier. No, I didn't want to do that. There we go. I'll make it a little bit easier. And I'm going to join them all into one line and remove the spaces. Just do a little bit of Vim processing to just simplify the programming a smidge. Oops. So the file should be here. There's my data file. So now let's read it in from there. So to read it in, we want to use the standard library fs, the file system library. And we can look up what functions there are. So in here, you can use devdocs as a nice little tool, devdocs.io. And so then you can see the functions available. We're going to use read to string. So read the entire contents of a file into a string. So we'll use that. And so let data equal fs read to string. And then for any kind of Rust function that could fail, this is going to return something like result data, return something like that. And then you have to kind of unwrap the data that's inside that result because it could be result error or something like that. So what we want to do is just do an unwrap. And for our simple program, I'll just kill the program. If you're doing something else, you do want to code around that. Maybe give an alert, the file can't be found or something like that. All right, so this will give us that as a string. What we want to do now is we want to go through this number by character, and then we want to do like a set of loops, right? We want to do one loop. We want to start at each starting point of the number. We want to grab our step. Our step's going to be this 4. So we want to grab the first 4, and so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Check that product, then come in and check that product, then come in and check that product. So we can do that by 2 loops. The first, well, let's get this number into a vector of chars, and then we want to collect that up into a vector of chars. The first one will create like an iterator, and then we'll say collect all that into a single vector. And so then we want to loop over that vector. And we want the number because we're going to work on the indexes. The vector is called chars, and we want the length of that. So, but when we get to the end, we don't want to go beyond because we want to do a second loop. So we want to come back. I want to call this our step, right? Let's call this our step is going to equal 4 in this our test case. So we want to come back those 4s. So then when we do our inner loop, we're going to go, this will give us each of the 4, right? We go to index equals I plus j. So then this index will start us off the first time, will give us that first character, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our first number. And then the next iteration will give us the next 4, the next 4, the next 4. All right. So inside of here, we want our number is going to be that. We want our product equal the product times that. So out here, we need a mutable product. We'll start at 1. So when we multiply, it works. And then we want to check for a maximum, right? So if the product is greater than this maximum, then the max is this new product. So let's start a maximum up here that is mutable. All right, I think that would do it. Let's, I didn't write a test this time, but this is more or less a test. Max would be our answer. Oh, and I see one more problem. So this is actually a character, not a number. So we need to convert that to a actual number. And again, you can go to the documentation and see. So that's a character element. So in here, car. I think it is there you go, 2-digit. And then I'm going to pass in a radix. A radix is probably just 10 for our case, right? Because it's when it convert to decimal. You can do 16 if you want to convert to hexadecimal or something. All right, so then 2-digit 10. And then again, this is the same issue. This could not be a digit, so it might have an error. So we want to just unwrap that. And then this would be that number. All right, I think it's good. Let's see if we made any mistakes and try and run it. Whew, Bob's your uncle. There's our, there's the answer, 5832. That's what we're looking for up top. So now it'd just be a matter of changing this step to what it was asking for. I'll just do another test just to confirm. Let's do step 9. Can leave it up to you to. Did I save it? Oh, okay. So I didn't put this step here. So I got the same answer. And the reason is because I did not change this step here. So that's why we always do a second check. There we go. And so then we get a new answer. So you'd put in whatever length digits you want. In this case, it'd be 13. And you'd be able to find it. All right. We learned how to read a file and convert a character to a digit. So that was a good one. Thanks a lot. Hope it was helpful. Cheers.